I just saw you yesterday.
Yes. We work together.
Yeah, I know. So you want to tell everybody we work together? We work together.
Okay, we work together.
Yeah, we work together. So the cool thing about me being an independent author, I really push my books because I would like to just write full time. It is a dream to just sit at home and write and not have to work for anybody. I do have to work during the day. My Clark Kent job, I'm an HR director, and I have been for 20 years. So I work for a very large company, and I work with Marissa. So in speaking to her, my job is pretty much get to know the people you work with so you can manage them throughout the day. That's what a good HR director does. Most people don't think that's what we do, but that's what I do. So when I talked to Marissa, I said, I have a couple books that I've written. And she's like, oh, really? I have a book too. And I was like, no kidding. No shit. So we're going to talk about your book. Will you tell everybody what your book's about?
Sure. Okay, my book, is it on?
It should be on.
Okay, so my book is a little children's book, and it's called I Am the Sea and the Sea is Me. So it's about a little raindrop, and this little raindrop is afraid of everything. So every day when the mom and the pop and the raindrop go up and down, they fall into places, and he's afraid. And sometimes they fall into like nice places, like pretty meadows, but other times they fall into like smelly gutters. And so this little raindrop then starts to, ponder like, well, why am I here? I mean, where did I come from? And the father tells him that he came from the big blue sea, this great, big, beautiful sea. And he's like, oh, really? I can't believe it, right? So he tells all his little friends that he's, from the sea. And so they make fun of him. He tells the little forest friends, they make fun of him. And one of them even gets mad at him. So the book is the little drop's journey to find his greatness, to discover how great he truly is. And to me, the reason I wrote it is because that's all of us. We all are that little raindrop that came from that divine essence that we are, and we don't know our greatness. And people will make fun of us, and people will put us down, but we have to stand up and find it. That's the journey of life.
Aww.
So that's what the book is about.
Aww. Yeah. What prompted you to write that, though?
Well, I took a class over here at the Center for Spiritual Living that's here in Dallas, actually. And after the class, they said, write something or do something creative that's going to explain some of the things that you learn here. So I've always been kind of like a writer and would see things like in, like a kid would see it. And how do you explain to a kid what, or even to adults, what it is that you're trying to, what we learned and what we're trying to teach. So I wrote this little book, and I read it to the class, of course, and they said, you should write that and publish it. Well, 10 years go by, and I made a makeshift book out of it, and I put like pictures together from the magazines and stuff. So I made like a makeshift, and I would read it to my friends, here, let me read you my book, And so and then I even read it to my team when I was in another company. I read it to everybody on my team because we were going through a hard time. It's like, okay, we all have this strength. And so here's my book. And they always remembered when I'd see them, I just love that little book you read us. So then I said, you know what? I'm going to publish it. I'm going to go ahead and publish it.
Well, will you let everybody know where they can find your book?
Yeah. So you can go on Amazon. There's also authorhouse.com. And it's on eBay if you just want an ebook. It's on eBay. And then another one called The House of Books. Okay, so what else did I say?
Barnes and Nobles.
Barnes and Nobles.
Yeah, she said Barnes and Nobles
Barnes
too.
And Nobles.
That's a big deal for an author, just so you know. Yeah, Barnes and Nobles is huge. set up a table over there where you can come pick up information about Marissa's book, and she will be available throughout the networking event to speak to you guys about her book. Thank you, Marissa.
You're welcome. Thank you very much, guys.